This is the BLUETTI AC200L. My first impression was simple. It's a serious power box built for real loads, not a toy. I care about three things with a portable power station: how fast it charges, how much it can actually run, and whether the experience gets out of my way. The AC200L hits hard on all three, with a few quirks I had to learn around. On appearance and feel, it looks like a compact toolbox crossed with a small carry-on. The shell is a dark, sturdy plastic that doesn't scream for attention and shrugs off fingerprints. The two recessed side handles are well-shaped and don't bite into my hands. The top is flat, which sounds minor, but I used it as a shelf for my laptop and chargers when space was tight. Underneath, the rubber feet keep it planted when I'm yanking on cords. The port layout is straightforward and the silicone covers feel snug. It is heavy, about 61 pounds, so I treat it as relocatable. I can move it around the house, into the truck, and out to the campsite, but I don't pretend it's a casual one-hand carry. Also worth noting, there's no official dust or water rating, and there's no built-in light or wireless charging pad. I wish both were here. From my experience, the performance lives up to the spec sheet in the ways that matter. On grid power, the 2048Wh AC input charge is wild. I timed 0 to 80% in roughly 3/4 of an hour, and a full charge in around an hour and a half. No external brick to babysit, it's just a cable. That alone changes how I use it. I can run tools in the morning, top it up over lunch, and get back to work. For solar, I paired it with a string of panels and saw up to around 100 to 200 watts under a cool midday sun, which aligns with its 200-watt MPPT rating. If you're new to these terms, W watt-hours is the size of the tank, W watts is how fast you're using or refilling it, and MPPT is the smart controller that squeezes the most from your panels. The inverter is rated at 2,400 watts continuous, and the output is a pure sine wave, which means clean power for sensitive electronics. I ran a 1,500-watt kettle without drama and used power lifting to handle a stubborn heating element that would normally trip smaller stations. That mode essentially lets it push up to 3,600 watts for resistive loads by nudging the voltage in a controlled way. With a small window AC and a mid-size fridge together, it handled startup surges fine. Surge numbers vary in marketing, but in real use it started the usual suspects like my fridge compressor and a corded shop tool without flinching. On the RV side, the 30ATT30 outlet is the real deal. Plug and play, no adapter circus. My camper ran smoother with fewer losses than when I tried to jury-rig adapters on other power stations. There's also a 48-volt DC port and a 12-volt car socket. Using DC directly saved me energy with low draw gear. That matters because the AC inverter has an idle overhead. Keeping a tiny 40 to 60 watt device on AC for hours drained the battery faster than the math on paper suggests. When I switched those to DC, the runtime improved noticeably. UPS mode did what I wanted during a short outage at home. With a switchover of about 20 milliseconds, my desktop didn't reboot, my network gear stayed online, and I didn't have to think about it. Pass-through works, and the fans were quieter than most units I've used. BLUETTI rates it around 50 dB under load. To my ear, it's a low whoosh rather than a scream. Living with it indoors is easy. The app is better than before. I like having Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth so I can check on it from the driveway or while I'm away. I use the app to set charging behavior: turbo for speed, standard to be gentler on the battery, silent in the evening. I also toggled power lifting from there. It does control outputs in groups, all AC on-off together, not per socket. Not a deal breaker, but I did wish I could cut power to just one outlet. The advanced time of use scheduling took some fiddling to behave how I expected with grid priority, so I ended up using custom UPS settings to keep it simple. Key features that stood out to me start with the battery itself. It's LiFePO4, which in plain language means safer chemistry and a very long life. BLUETTI rates it for 3,000 plus cycles to 80% capacity, so if I cycle it a few times a week, I'm looking at years before noticeable loss. The 2048Wh capacity is solid on its own, and the expansion story is strong. In my opinion, the ability to scale up to 8,192 hours with B300 batteries gives me a path from portable box to mini home backup. I appreciate that I can start small, then add storage if I want to support heavier loads for longer. It's perfect for someone in a rental or anyone who wants backup that can move with them. From my experience, the 30A RV port and the dual 100-watt USB-C ports are more than checkbox features. I fast-charged a laptop at full speed while running kitchen gear and didn't have to choose between what to plug in. The integrated charger is another real quality of life win. No brick, less clutter, faster setup. And the 1200-watt solar input makes off-grid charging feel viable instead of something you set and forget for a day. I do have a few straightforward notes for anyone new to power stations. If you're running small, always-on gear like a router or satellite dish, use DC outputs when you can. Conversion losses on the AC side eat into your runtime. Keep an eye on your cables. BLUETTI's charging cables are keyed and proprietary, so don't lose them. Treat it like electronics, not a tool you can hose down. There's no official water or dust rating. And remember, it's heavy. I store it in a spot where I can slide it out, plug in, and avoid carrying it more than I have to. The points I like most are the fast 2400-watt AC charging that reshapes my day, the quiet operation that doesn't feel like I'm living next to a hairdryer, the genuine 30-watt RV support that simplifies camping, and the LiFePO4 longevity that makes this feel like a long-term purchase rather than a throwaway gadget. The modular expansion gives me confidence I won't outgrow it quickly. The app being Wi-Fi enabled is a nice upgrade for remote checks. And the UPS mode with quick switchover gives me real peace of mind for my desktop and network gear. I'd recommend this for RV owners who want a clean, adapter-free power hookup, homeowners who want fast recharge emergency backup without installing a permanent system, contractors who need a quiet power source on a job site, and off-grid users who want serious solar input. It's perfect for anyone who values charge speed and output power over ultra-lightweight or rugged weatherproofing. In conclusion, the BLUETTI AC200L delivers on the fundamentals: big, clean power out, very fast power in, and a battery built to last. It's not small, it's not weatherproof, and it skips a couple of convenience touches, but the core performance is excellent. In my opinion, the AC200L earns its place as a reliable, high-output station that I can scale up if my needs grow. If your priorities match mine, speed, power, and expandability over frills, this feels like the right pick. To learn more about the BLUETTI AC200L, please check the comments section. Thank you for watching.